Heat is really intense still. Having access to green spaces, having access to shade, I mean, this is life-saving.
With Tucson heading into another heat wave, there's concern about the loss of a place to cool off. Armory Park in downtown Tucson is closing to the public on September 2nd for renovations.
This comes from Proposition 407, approved back in 2018. That dedicated $1.5 million to making changes to Armory Park. But as 13 News reporter Kayla Butter found out, the park's closure is generating some backlash from some groups in Tucson.
Armory Park is one of the only green spaces in downtown Tucson and is occupied by many of the city's unhoused. But with renovations starting next month, the park will be closing for nearly a year, pushing out many of those unhoused individuals elsewhere. The city of Tucson is closing down public access to Armory Park for a year-long renovation meant to improve the space for community members. But some in Tucson aren't happy about the park's closure.
This is an important space for the community, and closing it for a full year makes it a real challenge.
Community Care Tucson, a mutual aid project, hosts frequent community picnics for Tucson's unhoused at Armory Park. And they say that the closing of the park will force them to continue their work elsewhere.
With triple-degree temperatures still continuing on in Tucson and cooling centers no longer being available as of the end of this month, folks are just kind of running out of places to go.
Laura Hamway, the City of Tucson's Parks and Recreation Director, says the decision was not made lightly. The city has a 2028 deadline to finish all projects under Proposition 407, and the city has an obligation to deliver on the things that residents voted for.
The Armory Park neighborhood is very passionate about that park, especially because of its historical significance.
Meyer says that Community Care Tucson is advocating for a partial park closure or for the renovation to happen in phases.
Having the ability to have the park closed partially while still providing partial access for folks to have access to green spaces and to shade feels like it could be feasible.
But Hamway says that's not possible to do while keeping all parties safe, and that their hired vendor has complete control of the property during construction.
The space is under their responsibility for the entirety of the duration of the project, and so we're providing them that ability to protect their job site, keep their employees safe, and keep the public safe.
While Hamway agrees that this public space is vital to the downtown area, she says a temporary closing will be worth it in the long run.
It's a multi-layered investment, not just for today's enjoyment, but for future generation enjoyment. And I always appreciate that when it comes to our parks, the fact that we're extending their lives.
The City of Tucson says that while the park will be closed during renovations, the Armory Park Recreation Center will remain open the entire time. Reporting downtown, Kayla Butter, 13 News.